Hey, and welcome to the Jessica Paul podcast. I'm your host, Jess Paul, actress, manifestation expert, and mindset coach. And I'm here to share with you all of my secrets on confidence, success, and the magic of manifestation. If you're ready to dive in deep and see more success in your career, more money in your bank account, and more love in your life, with a whole new level of freedom, then you're in the right place. I'm letting loose on everything you need to take back control of your life, up-level your mindset, and tap into your manifestation powers. I'm so excited that you're here. Hello, you gorgeous souls, and welcome back to another episode of the JP podcast with me. It's Jess Paul, your host, your manifestation mentor, and your spiritual bestie. And we're here to talk all things mindset, miracles, and manifestation. And happy Christmas! Christmas holidays, feeling festive. I'm actually finally feeling festive because I have ticked off probably one of the busiest periods ever, and it isn't stopping here, and this is kind of what today's episode is all about. But I am able to get pretty excited because in a couple of days' time, I'm going to become an auntie. Yep, my sister is having a baby. Christmas miracle, and we're all so damn excited. More on that to come, more life updates to come, obviously. But I'm diving in today's episode, and it's going to be one that you're all going to fucking love because we all love a kick up the ass episode from Jess. But we're talking about why we should not be slowing down our vibration when it gets to the Christmas holidays, guys. Like, let's not slow down. Because I find that so many people do this before New Year. We're like, okay, wind down mode. Okay, like I've ticked everything off. Now let's just chill. And now I am a massive advocate for resting, chilling, being in your feminine, because this year has taught me so much about that. But equally, that does not mean we have to slow our energy down. And I see so many people doing this at this time of the year. And what happens is when you slow that energy down and you say to yourself, oh, well, I'll just do it in the new year, you get so frustrated and you actually end up feeling so much worse moving into the new year, feeling like, oh my God, I did nothing. I feel like low and sluggish and gross, and after all, you know, that Christmas, like eating loads of food and, you know, having like drinking loads of alcohol if you drink, and like doing all those fun things which are fun and we need to have them in our life, obviously. But then it comes out at the end of that and you feel like, oh my God, I need a detox. And then you get into the new year and you're like, oh, but like now I'm halfway into the into January and I'm only just starting to feel alive again. And this whole new year, new me thing is honestly so damn outdated. Like, it's so outdated, and we want to talk about why that really is and why we need to actually keep the fuck going with our goals right now. Because when we get into the new year, we want to feel like a brand new bitch. Like, we want to feel that way. And if we come into the new year feeling sluggish and gross, we're not going to get done what we want to get done, right? So this is what today's episode is all about. It's making sure that we are still sped up in our energy moving into 2023, because we've got so much to do, guys. We have got so much to manifest in 2023. This is going to be the best year of your fucking life. I say that every year because every year it is the same. But first, my life update for this week. So I have just come off the filming for this short film that I've been producing. I also starred in it. And my God, guys, it was fucking intense, but it was the best 4 days ever. We got everything done. We had the greatest team. My God, our DOP, our director, obviously, from the sound, everybody involved in this film, the actors that we got on board were just so freaking special, and we worked so well together. And this is by far the biggest film that I've produced, and I'm just so excited to see the edit now. And if you guys are interested in film, in acting, in producing and creating projects like this, like even if you're not an actor or involved in this industry, but you're just really interested in seeing how it's all made and, seeing the final end result, then go and follow my other private account on Instagram. I'll tag it in my show notes because I'm going to have lots of little footage bits coming out as we come up to the edit, and then as we come up to the final edit, and you can also have the opportunity to come in and watch the premiere when that finally comes out. Obviously I'm going to LA in between, but that premiere is going to be coming out, and it's going to be premiering in Manchester because this is a northern-based film. So you guys that are in the UK and you're wanting to actually come and meet me in person and do all of that, like, obviously it's going to be a few more months, probably spring, summer, but you're invited. So for all of those updates, go and follow my other Instagram account. The link will be in my show notes, and we just had the best time. It reminds me of why I do what I do as a multifaceted person, like we all are, because we're capable of so much, and all the acting, producing, being a coach, doing everything. If you love it, if you love what you do in life, you will be successful. That is the moral of the story. And this week's sponsor is the same. If you wouldn't mind leaving a little 5-star rating and review, if you are loving the podcast, I will love you forever. The support means the world, and you can leave a little review on any of the platforms that you listen to on. And yeah, let's get into today's episode. So we aren't slowing down, guys. Right, I've just come out of this phase of doing so much over the last few months. I just launched this new program in my business, the Mindset Miracles and Money program, and I'm actually starting with these amazing women this week. And I have been producing this film. I've been getting ready to move to LA. I've moved out my flat. I've been doing all the things, right? And I'm now kind of ticked this off after filming this weekend. I'm like, okay, right, now it's Christmas. Now it's like family time. And yet, that does not mean that my vibration is slowing down, okay? It doesn't mean that I'm now saying to myself, okay, well now let's just completely stop. Because we should never completely stop on the way to our desires. We should never completely stop when it comes to manifesting and keep maintaining these goals in your life, because vibration never stops, right? Vibration is always moving. Like, if we want to talk on a scientific level, like, we are always constantly moving, and we get to decide how fast we're moving. And so when it gets to the holiday season, so many people think, okay, well, it's just the norm to slow down, right? It's just the norm to stop doing everything that we've done this year, everything that we've been working towards, everything that we want in life, because everybody's stopping, and therefore I should just do the same. I want to throw into the mix here that this month, right before the new year, is the months where you could be doing the fucking most. You can be achieving so much in these last few weeks of this year, because when you mentally decide that it's happening now, it is happening now. And that's why I always find that for myself, I do the most in like the final quarter of the year, because the final quarter of the year is actually the quarter of the year where the most manifests for you, but only if you choose, only if you decide it. So many people in life have this whole notion of this new year, new you thing, right? And it's actually bullshit. It doesn't work, because when you head into the new year feeling really slowed down and like I said before, kind of sluggish in your vibration, because you've been maybe drinking a lot of alcohol and, you know, not doing much and just, you know, kind of lounging around, you come into the new year in that energy. Like, your energy's not going to shift just because it's the 1st of January. Like, that's not how this works. If you want change, make the change now. And I always say, like, you are the version of yourself now that you're going to be in 6 months' time. So what are you choosing to believe? What are you choosing to do? How are you choosing to be right now? Because that's who you're going to be in 6 months. That's who you're going to be in January, in the new year. And so if you want to get ahead of the game, and this is what we're all about here in this community, right? We're about being ahead of the game. We're about being that person that is on top of their freaking shit, knows what they want, and goes and gets it, makes it happen, makes it manifest for yourself, right? And so if you want to be that person, then getting on it now is the best freaking time to do it. This is exactly why my new program, this money program, this money course that I've brought out, This is exactly why we're having our first live call this week, because I want the ladies inside this course with me to be in that vibration moving into 2023. By the time January hits, they're already going to be in that vibe and things are already going to be manifesting. We don't want to wait, guys. There's literally no point in waiting in this life, because life is so short, really, at the end of the day. Like, your life is so short. Make it happen now for yourself because you're capable of it. And honestly, guys, the holiday season is actually the biggest time of receiving. Like, as I said before, if you decide in the final quarter of the year, or even in the final few weeks of the year, which is when this podcast is coming out, like, if you decide it's happening now, then this is the best time for things to manifest for you for a number of reasons. The first being that you're already in the vibe of receiving. You're already in the receptive mode, because Christmas is a time of giving and receiving, right? And I've spoken about this before on the podcast. It was probably last year I spoke about this. You're actually in the vibration of receiving, because you know you're going to be around family. You're going to have presents to open that are going to be under the tree, even if it's like only a few. Like, it doesn't matter. You know that this is a time of receiving. So if you know that this is a time of receiving in that sense, and you're in that abundant vibration, then this is a time of receiving your big goals. Like, the biggest dreams that you have in life can manifest before January the 1st. January the 1st is just a fucking construct, guys. Like, when we think about this New Year, New Me thing, it really is a construct. It's just something that humans have created because we like to procrastinate on things. Like, if you decide not to procrastinate, being in this receptive vibration around Christmas time is the best time to manifest. I've manifested the biggest things around this time, the biggest amount of money. And it's really funny doing this money course. Like, this month, I've probably manifested the most I've manifested all year. And that's come in from multiple sources, guys, and multiple random sources too. Like, rebates on like bills that I've been paying, and getting my deposit back from my flat and things like that, where it's like I've manifested the most because I've not dropped the ball on the goals that I've had. I've not stopped manifesting, stopped being intentional with the goals that I have just because it's Christmas. And when you're in this vibration, it is the best time to keep doing this, to keep working on your goals. So for me, I've been I always do this. When it gets to December, I go harder on the things. I push harder. I do push. And I don't mean it in a toxic masculine way. I mean it in a right, I've got 2 weeks left of the year. What can I achieve? Come on, universe, show me. What can I achieve in these 2 weeks? And it's kind of like a challenge in a way. It's kind of an exciting challenge. Like, what can I call in right before January? Instead of waiting to get to January the 1st and then be like, okay, now let's do it. Like, now let's see what comes in. It's like, why wait, So I'm like going harder and pushing harder on my fitness goals. Like, that for me in particular, like, I want to look like the hottest bitch out there when I get to LA. Like, I want to be that LA girl. So I'm like, right, okay, my fitness goals, getting back in on that, doing workouts every single day. And working on all my business things and the film and things like that. But one thing I want to say here, guys, is that another reason this is the best time to push through on your goals is because you do have the Christmas festivities and like this holiday season and all the like fun and excitement and going out drinking, having fun with your friends and your family. You have all of that around your goals too. So it's like, this is the perfect blend of the masculine and feminine that you can find before the end of the year, because if you're pushing on these goals and, for me personally, it's like these fitness goals. Okay, every single day I'm working out, but then I know that I'm going to see my family that day and I'm going to be able to celebrate with them and I'm going to be able to go out and have fun. It's all happening at the same time and you can make it happen. It's actually the perfect balance at the end of the year, because you know that you're going to have so much fun around Christmas. And even if you don't, even if you're thinking, okay, Jess, well, no, it's like family time for me isn't fun and it's actually the opposite. I'm actually going to do a podcast episode on this because I feel this too, guys. I'm a very introverted person when socially, like I can be very, very introverted, and there's a number of reasons for that. And sometimes family time can be a bit overwhelming. But what I mean here is that everybody's spirits are lifted around the holiday season. So that vibration isn't only of receiving in that receptive mode, but it's also just like you're feeling good, you're feeling love, like you're feeling abundance because you're around family and you are it's a fun time of the year. So actually pushing through on your goals at this time of the year is the best time because you're in that vibe. And so you want to make the most out of this vibe whilst you're in it. So make it a challenge for yourself. Literally ask yourself, okay, universe, show me how good it can get before January 1st. Like, I'm not waiting until then. Show me now what can manifest for me. And really go for it. Push through on those goals. Keep that ball up in the air on all of your desires, because your desires want you, guys. At the end of the day, your desires want you just as much as you want them. And the only thing getting in the way of it, and the only thing stopping you from manifesting the big things that you want in your life, is because you're not believing that it's possible. It's because of your belief system, your subconscious belief system, the things that are going on, the icky things that are going on in your energy. Like, that is the only reason. Basically, you're your own worst enemy, right? Your desires actually crave you too. So your desires aren't thinking, okay, well, we'll just wait until January the 1st and then we'll start giving her these things. It's like, no, you can manifest right now. You can manifest whenever the fuck you want. You're always manifesting at the end of the day, like we all are, right? And what we're manifesting is just dependent on what we're believing and what we're thinking. And if you believe that you can achieve whatever you want to achieve right now before the end of the year in these last 2 weeks, you will achieve that. However big, however small, you don't know. Like, these miracles can come in at any moment. And this is why I always say, like, you've got to keep your eyes open to the miracles. For me, I've got so much that I've been doing, action that I've been taking, and I know that things are going to come into fruition for me, whether they come into fruition in the next 2 weeks or they come into fruition during January. They're going to happen for me because I'm entering the new year as this person. I'm entering the new year as this woman who has her shit together and who knows what she wants. And so don't wait. Don't go with the crowd and with what society and, you know, how we've been conditioned as a society to procrastinate, because we've been conditioned to procrastinate on our goals. And that's why January the 1st, new year, new me, this construct is a thing. And so be the person that steps outside of that crowd. Be the person that is in that top 10% of successful people and goes, no, I'm going to start today. I'm going to start today, but I'm still going to balance it out, and I'm still going to be around my family and open the presents and drink the alcohol and do the things that I want to do, because I'm capable of doing it all at the same time. But if you know that in your own mindset, you have been pushing, because it's here's the thing, it's the final push of the year. It's like, you know, if you've got a sprinter in the Olympics and like or someone that does like long distance running, maybe like you're running, and then it's that final push where you have to give all of your energy to it. And when you can, that's when the things manifest. That's when the magic happens. That's when you win the race at the end of the day, right? So think of these last 2 weeks as that end of the race of like, right, how much can I push? How much can I do? How much action can I take? How much can I plan? What vision boards can I be creating? What can I be doing with this time so that when I get into January, yes, it might not be the case that things have actually physically manifested, but I am going to be in that sped up vibe. I am going to be in that freaking energy that is going to call in what I want to call in, and it's going to happen quickly for me. And whilst everybody else is still trying to pick themselves up from the Christmas period, from the New Year drinking and like trying to get themselves back on that race again, you're going to be already 10 paces ahead. And that's the kind of woman, that is the kind of person that we fucking love inside this community. That's who we are as people, because we are success. Everybody is success, but we know what that means, right? So guys, I hope that you have enjoyed today's episode. This is your loving kick up the ass for the final 2 weeks of the year. I'm so excited to see what you guys manifest, what you call in. And even if you don't call anything in, I'm just so excited for you to be in this vibration with me, sped up, moving into 2023, because 2023 is the best fucking year yet. I am so excited for everything. So drop me a little DM, like do tag me over on your Instagram. I love it when you take a screenshot of the episode and you tag it on your Instagram stories and you let me know how you found it. And like I said before, do leave 5 stars for the podcast if you love it. And I'm very excited. Obviously 2 weeks left, so I'll chat to you guys next week for a next episode. But go ahead and enjoy Christmas, enjoy your time, but make it frickin' happen because you're capable. Lots of love, guys. Chat to you soon. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend who you think would love it too. And if you want to let me know how you found it, just screenshot this episode, add it to your Instagram story, and tag me at I am Jessica Paul so that I can throw all the love right back at you. And of course, subscribe, hit those 5 stars, and leave a review to show your support and to keep the good stuff coming. Sending you so much love and gratitude from your girl Jess.